it's one of the things that one of the things that I talk about whenever people ask me well, how can you believe in God?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How what is it, about this old book and stuff, and there's so many contradictions because people that don't read don't put context to it, so there's so many contradictions, and then we start talking about the contradictions, but that's another story for me. But I'm just how can you believe? And I was well, for me personally, it comes down to one thing, and that's coincidence.
Yeah.
I don't believe. I personally do not believe in coincidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't believe that. Don't get me wrong. If I just so happen to go to Home Depot and you're there, you know what I mean? Okay, cool.
Sure.
Coincidentally, we were both there at the same time. But as far as when things start happening, bam, one after the other,
over and over and over.
Just immediate, and it just doesn't stop. You know what I mean? That's not. At what point is it this is God directed and this is divine intervention? This is not coincidence.
It's a lot of people say coincidence is just when God chooses to remain anonymous.
I agree.
Yeah.
Except for, to me, this can't even be him being anonymous because it's too perfect.
It was so clear.
It's too step ordered. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was born and raised as an apostolic Pentecostal at First Pentecostal Church in Pensacola, Florida. I went there my entire life. Every time the doors were open. After I
great family, tremendous parents,
and
Pastor Kinsey, tremendous pastor.
Exactly.
One of my favorite preachers, man. I mean, you got an amazing preacher. I mean, just great church. In order to thrive, I mean, come on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's pretty much set up.
I joined. I actually got into I won't say a lot of trouble because I never really got caught. I was really, really, really lucky. That had to been the hand of God for me to not, because I was involved in a lot of things that I really shouldn't have been.
Yeah. A
lot of things that I could have went to prison for a very long time that I just never got caught. And it was just literally the hand of God that was just no, I got things, I have things for you later on.
Yeah.
So, he just didn't allow, there was times that I just should have went to jail and I didn't.
Wow.
Anyway, so I joined the Navy. Basically just quit going to church. You know what I mean? I wasn't accountable to my parents anymore, and then by the time I turned 15, 16, I was literally only going to church because it made me.
Yeah.
They were
just going through the motions.
And even 19, 20, it wasn't that they were making me go, but, I don't want to hear from my parents, so I'll go to church.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I don't show up on Sunday, I'm going to. So I still kept going to church, but I wasn't in it anymore. I just was not in it. And like I said, I got to the point where I needed to. I got so deep into some of the things that I was doing that I couldn't get out.
You're stuck.
I was just stuck. So the only way I could see my way getting out was joining the Navy, getting out of town. Get out. I gotta get away from this stuff.
Yeah.
Because at least I had the foresight to think of that I was going to either end up dead or in jail. You know what I mean? So the only thing I could think of was if I don't do this, I'm going to be dead or in jail. So I got to get out of here.
So you came to this crossroads and then joined the Navy.
Exactly.
So you joined the Navy, and that's kind of a crossroads for you.
Exactly. So I joined the Navy, but that did the absolute opposite of what should have been done. You know what I mean? As far as my relationship with God.
Yeah.
I just drifted from. Now I have no way to be accountable to. My parents don't know if I go to church or not. I can. Oh yeah, I was looking for a church, Mom. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And you're occupied too, because you're in the Navy, man. You're pretty busy.
Exactly.
During most of the day.
And the other thing is the first squadron that I went to, so by the time I'd been in the Navy for a little over a year, I was already deploying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was gone for most of the year.
Yeah, you're not somewhere where there's a church.
Exactly. Yeah. So and I just kind of drifted further and further away. I got married to my first wife, and probably not somebody I should have been married to. I won't say she wasn't a believer, but she wasn't in church at all.
Yeah.
And which, for me, I as a man, you're supposed to be the rock, the head. But if you're not playing it to begin with, you're gonna need somebody to kind of help you in that direction.
Yeah. I've seen it go both ways.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, I didn't have that, and without that, I just wasn't. I wasn't going to go.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? So exactly. So that relationship ended in 2010. She decided she wanted to go be with somebody else, and that kind of was devastating for me.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for that. We had been together for I think 6 or 7 years by that point, and I wasn't ready, like mentally.
Emotionally, and all that.
Yeah, I wasn't
exactly.
And I went out of control.
Not that anybody is.
Yeah,
ready,
I mean that's true, but I guess
I think some people see the signs leading up to it.
Exactly.
Some people kind of like are preparing themselves. Okay, it could happen any day. Some people are even pushing it.
Exactly.
But
for me personally, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
At all. Like I did not see it coming at all. Yeah. Like it just hit me like out of nowhere, and I was just like. In which case, at that point, I kind of spiraled out of control. I started drinking a lot. I started going out and partying a lot. You know what I mean? Just trying to hit the gym a lot.
Yeah.
Just because I
distractions.
Yeah.
Fill the void with something.
And so that was 2010, and then come 2012, 2013. I believe it was February of 2013, I got to like the low point of my life. Like I couldn't feel anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kind of like that Job, in the scriptures, there's this guy named Job, and he has this one place where he says, I looked here, I looked there, I looked there, I looked all around me, and I couldn't find God anywhere.
Exactly. And the thing is, the bad part is I wasn't even looking for God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to deal with everything myself.
Yeah.
I'm a big guy. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I can take care of this myself. I don't need help with anything.
Right.
But at this point, I got to the point where I didn't know where else to turn. So I was actually on the Blue Angels. We were in El Centro for winter training in February. And I remember being in the barracks, and I just went into my shower, and I was just turning it on. Hopefully nobody could hear me cry, and I'm just sitting there just crying. And I started praying.
Yeah.
And I was brought up, you know what I mean, to turn to God first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I ever got into the lowest point, that's where you should turn. And so, I found myself basically, at this point, I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm cussing God left and right, and basically saying like, how could you put me in this position?